I'm seeking the refuge that have caused my starvation, my poverty. La pérdida de tiempo, una mierda, una basura, una asquerosidad. Lo peor que este planeta, I'm a blonde that I've had to bring them out after not thinking about them for decades. 24. I was in bed after I went to work. Like, I don't have no friends. 2007 when I got on Facebook, I'm like, it's gonna take me my whole day. Or 2008, when did I get on Facebook? That's not even accurate. I wasn't even in. Does it say 2007 that profile? I was in Puerto Rico in 2007 and I didn't get the friend request until 2008 when I was in California, I remember. What else? And I'm like, I'm not gonna take like a whole day to report these glitches to the FBI that I'm shacking up with Edgar. I still don't have a home of my own because these leeches steal mine. And my vehicles and my money and my belongings. One person's watching, one has like this post. That was it. They possibly buy burner phones and act like se dicen buenas noches. That's just disgusting. It's pretty. What? But I don't want to. I should have checked the entire page first. I'm bored. These are cute. They don't look cute. Okay, I could wear them. It's so bored. Raise, whatever. What else? Anyways, let's stop then. Maybe we should do like that. What else? I'm bored. What else would I shop for myself? Like, hey, so, what else? What else? I took pictures on my. I think I got in 3. It turned into 24. So stopped near. What is it? A bridge where I caught 100 and headed towards that area there. Soledad didn't stop there and I walked here. What else? I'm doing the publicity campaign of I'm a very peaceful person. I say to myself, I miss my kids and I need a home and everything that's money to provide for myself and didn't kill me. Well, these leeches steal from me. So that people push the papers, if they have it, of the death penalty towards these. So even if they, because that's what I'm laughing at, I finally got to that part where I had already mentioned it. Even if they try to keep me confined to 4 walls, they think in my apartment wasn't I live every day from music. Like, I'm just here, you're my peers, I'm not with you. If that's what you're watching. And in the homeless shelter, if they think that they're just going to keep me captive, surrounded by just criminals in a homeless shelter, that won't ever happen. They're disgusting. Yo no entiendo la obsesión conmigo. Yo no entiendo. Yo no pienso en él. Yo no pienso en ella. Ew. Un asco la basura que son. Una asquerosidad. Yo no pienso en ellos. Ew. I'm bored. I'm seeking the penalty for everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of my receiving money, sponsors thousands of people, hundreds of them at least in my family of origin. Mhm. What else? 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 I'm bored. So, after I saw this and this, ¿cuánto tiempo han pasado enseñándole fotos a Jade y Kehlani desde que tenían 8 años? Ella una barra. Jade y Kehlani fuck me instead of your mother. Instead of talking to your mother, fuck me instead. Sell drugs with me, legally prostitute yourself with me, Jade and Kehlani. Look at how cool I am at a bar when I was 8. Look, my parents took me to Chili's and they served alcohol there when I was 7. Fine dining when I was 3. Pizza with my hands when I was 2. What else are they showing to Jada and Kehlani? Begging Jada and Kehlani for Jada's penis and Kehlani's vagina. No se cansan, llevan 5 años plus. Possibly hablando con Jada and Kehlani todos los días, lo tienen de rehén a través de Edgar. Da un asco. Decades ago, I witnessed that. I was such an advocate back then. That I don't laugh at my children or the situation. I just laugh at these leeches. If they think they're gonna catch me, get family reunion, the pedophiles, rapists, murderers, and thieves, America se mate esa mierda. Ew. I may not be the first, but quite that hasn't ever gone back to confer with leeches because they're family. What else? I'm bored. I'm extremely tired. I'm gonna stay in a hotel tonight. What else? Who's gifting me money today? So I posted today, and I'm gonna keep doing this for 5 years plus. I've heard that I'll be spending vouchers. I was set this since 2023-ish. I haven't received funds for that. What else? So I'm preparing myself. Not that I want to, so not every day. I'll ask to get me out of here. That I'll be at a homeless shelter now for at least 5 years. Around the press, around the age. Just wanted to hang out with me on actual work, but couldn't. So they're like, just be there and have lunch with her. We'll pay. What else? What else? Well, they're in Miami con Ginny Jandaliris son esa putipuerca asquerosidad mierda con mi dinero porque she's aesthetically more pleasing to them. So they fake a marriage with me. Good thing que yo no soy pendeja enamorada. And with that money, ellos llevan a la que ellos creen que son más lindas que yo, las presentan con mi nombre. They're like, this is Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. Isn't she prettier than Arlene? He doesn't know how to say no to an arranged marriage. Es un puerco. He doesn't know how to give me back my money, my property, my vehicles. Es un puerco, una mierda, una basura, una asquerosidad. Ew. Son una basura. Yo quiero que Ginny Jandaliris se mate hoy. Yo quiero que Joana Vargas se mate hoy. What else? I'm bored. I am bored. What else? I miss dating and they think that because one of my primas possibly didn't, that everyone's gonna do it. They're stupid. They're so gross. They're basura. I don't ever want them in my life. Son una mierda de gente. What else? 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 Did you read that from Gloria Margarita Cartagena in 2020? Defendiendo a putipuerco asqueroso que se la mama. Que yo no quiero ni estar con él, pero le da mi dinero para que se haga pasar. Dan un asco. Y entonces then if one were to confront that privately, they're like, I was talking about myself, no you en la cárcel dan comida. Dan asco. Yo quiero la pena de muerte para Gloria Margarita Cartagena. Yo quiero la pena de muerte para toda esta gente. Soy lo opposite of Santa Claus. For real, no te portas bien, mátate already, o yo te voy a ayudar a que te maten. What else? Este es mi proyecto desde que yo tenía como 3 años. And I don't think about it often. What else? 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 I'm bored. The words that every man wants to hear from his wife. Porque what he's doing is stealing from me and then being petty with the girl that he thinks he has no chance and pursuing that shit with like, dale, 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 Arlene es basura, pero tú no, dale, dale. Yeah, es una mierda, una basura, una asquerosidad. Esa gente son unos puercos, they don't know how to be social, they're disgusting. Anyways, I dinner. True story, I want to leave, I didn't get money. What else? What else? What else? And I'm the most well behaved. Porque didn't we all see almost a year of me in my lonely apartment? How would I behave? Y ni estando en la biblioteca me devuelve mi dinero. Ni estando en la biblioteca me devuelve mi dinero. What else? Estos tipos son unos puercos. No me tengo cualquiera, literalmente son una mierda. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I just burped. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored que sí, Arlene, Marianely te ganó, me dio un orgasmo y tú no, bla, 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 qué puerco. En mi propia casa, gente, un asco decades ago. Son una mierda, son una basura de gente, una asquerosidad. Ew, 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 ew. I'm bored. True story. So I suggest that you kill all these people that steal from me, that steal from Dana, that steal from Kaylani, that steal from Edgar. Trying to put Edgar, Dana, and Kaylani in a homeless shelter just to mock us while they steal my homes, my money, my vehicles, and feel like a superior. So mira, mierdita, si ellos no se encuentran el pene todavía. Dan un asco, dicen que el cerebro lo tienen tan lleno de mierda que ellos no se encuentran el pene, ellos no saben qué hacer con eso. Es un asco, es una basura, una asquerosidad. What else? 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 That's what they do. They use them as like startup wife fake. I've heard. And they want to be like, no, si eso mi fling con esta lo que duró fue más que 3 horas. And then they're like, mira este compendio que tengo con esta mami zonga. Y ella quizás te hubiese gustado y ella vive enamorada de ti, maldita sea. Todos los días me menciona que la tengo de rey y le hubiese gustado mamarte las tetas. They just want to create stress. They don't know other thing than what's on telenovelas, and then they ignore Teletubbies. Pero have you heard them speak and they know what yoga bhagava is? True story. That's not about stress. Yes, it I'm bored. For real, someone wants to give me money to date this one. AccuWeather. They had it off this morning. The day one. And this afternoon during dinner time they turn it on. Oh, cute. Oh, I made it here for 5 years. So one writes things down. There is a way. It's always like yellow, 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 yellow. So I remember what yellow is. But I'm doing these exercises to stay sharp. Porque I may be at a homeless shelter for 5 years. I don't want to. Pero I may. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. How is it written? Central Market by HEB? I'm always confused. So I didn't type it that way. When is it gonna be? On my chocolate meeting. I don't know. I may spend Thursday at the Allen Mark HEB. This has worked out in my favor so well. I don't have any money, so guess where I have been landed at? Laughing at them, no? Where all of their husbands are that are possibly testifying against them. They stole my homes, my vehicles, my money to the point that I have $0. Then now I keep running into people that they fucked, that they have said that they fucked decades ago. If you want to just see what I what else? People that I never have on my radar. I'm bored. I am bored. What else? And because I don't talk to them, they can't even brag que me quitaron a Jaden o a Keilani. Y que ahora se la pasan todos los domingos con en Tampa y Jaden y Keilani. Y se hacen pasar por Edgar y Gaby como yo. Y se la pasan con Jaden y Keilani. Eso es lo que ellos hacen, ¿no? Ellos no saben audicionar para una telenovela. They haven't figured it out, like 60 years old. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That's a true problem. So I may be when my first stamps get deposited on the 25th, heading over. Oh, porque I had to eat one of these in a day. I can't bring food to the courtyard yesterday. I got down fast. I never even took a sandwich and some raisins that I think I tossed them because I stored them in a locker outdoors. And then what else? Today I just bring it up to the garden, so up to them. They said no food or not on campus, but it was cute. They tossed the sandwich, the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and what else was there? something else already pre-made, pero the crackers that I had that were yes. What else? What else? What else? They placed the tables clean so they had snacks there for like people arriving if they wanted to grab something to eat. What else? You can decapitate everyone that stays with all my permissions, use my vehicles. Gets in the way of me receiving money. It's 9/23/2025. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Let me look at this up. Oh, because I don't know. I'm trying to make the decision. If on Thursday I visit them or I head over to HEB, I could visit HEB on Nogalitos from Haven for Hope if I don't have money, and then get back to this library, charge my phone fully, and then head over to Allen Market, and then come back before. Oh, this is tricky. Come back before 10. I can do it. I don't do poor people talk, so I'm tagging the FBI in this post. Eso de que, no, aquí ahora de que él está hablándome por décadas. Que si no estoy comiendo, estoy slow motion. Que si estoy hyped up, angry, se entera, me está violando. Es una mierda, una basura, una asquerosidad. Eso no es un hombre, eso es un puercón anormal. Ew, es un embarrassment for the Lorenzo. Un asco, una basura. But I've been trying to avoid having to talk about that. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? Oh, wait, I'm gonna head over to what is the courtyard after this. What else? What else? Maybe museum quality dig is there. It doesn't hurt, but after a while, saying that, it's like, well, I need a life. I need like my own vehicle, my kids, a tan. What else? It's a hair appointment. I need a life. What else? I'm bored. I am bored. Anyways, what else? So I've talked to FBI, I suppose. Okay, I've made that decision. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That I'm seeking the death penalty for them. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That's hilarious. Si se va a quedar con Edgar casado. Porque sometimes they go on and rape the male in the relationship, thinking that the female's gonna be like, ¿qué tú estás haciendo? Stop that. Mira, nene, mamá, hazlo todo lo que tú quieras. Deja. Allá ustedes que son locas, basura y mierda. ¿Qué hacen eso? What? I'm dating Kilani speaking. True story. I'm poor. As familial relationships, it is my duty to keep my parents safe, and I failed. And my parents would have paid me so well, but at the same time get scared of like having to hear that I killed in self-defense. So it's tricky with the finances. It's like would have given me everything, but because this leech tortures them. It's like he's making my parents bleed to death while alive, and me. Like I can't go shopping. Something so normal as shopping I can't do. They're addicts of everything. They're addicts of everything. They're basura. They're hoping that my parents, and my parents are smart, my parents would possibly just leave it all to people like one day people in some country are gonna be receiving shipment from Amazon for life. It's toilet paper, candy that I like on behalf of my parents after my parents' death, because they know how to set that up. And he's tried to force my parents to not shop para que les sobre el dinero y que a los Acevedo y a los Lorenzo. And then after my parents die, he wants to get that money that belongs to my parents for him to go shopping as inheritance. I still haven't seen the Bitcoin that my grandparents left me. Supposedly that one is or was in charge of repartirlo. What else? 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 I'm bored. Que eso se lo dio a quien él pensó que era la más linda. Ella tan detrás de ese pene a ver que ellos se lo den. Da un asco. Es una mierda, gente. Es hijo de tal que no sé por qué son una basura. Ew. 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 I always wanted to say this, no? Se nota. Porque in 2020, I'm like, how did I let my family of origin be? What is it? Defeat me? Why am I on food stamps? Este tipo solo he causes starvation, then he gets angry at one for giving the wrong ad for food stamps. Because as any abuser, he wants one to strive for perfection always, so that his crime isn't shown. But I graduated from criminal justice at age 3, bitch. So this doesn't hurt my ego, speaking the truth. Who did I just tag? The FBI, dumb hoe. The FBI, dumb hoe. What else? 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 I'm bored. I want to shop. For real, that's why I don't have friends. I don't talk to people. I can't relate to that. I'm always, oof, this always had me at the nicest places that I picked for myself or he agreed to. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? True story and this. Estos son ascos, son una vergüenza. Ellos ya me están vendiendo a la gente en Haven for Hope posiblemente. They have people that they've introduced to me there that aren't necessarily the people doing the selling. What else? 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 I'm bored. I miss dating, risking money. True story. Why am I in a homeless shelter? I'm a married woman with 2 kids. In a homeless shelter with $0. Not like married with a husband. And he's like, just keep the kids, you got the homeless shelter. What? What else? What else? What else? What else? Is he screaming? Do they have him screaming? Violándolo así, con él gritándole. Que no le importa si yo no me enamoro de otro, que eso de ellos que son una jibaré, una asquerosidad. Así se habla, ¿no? Y después se lo maman el pene. Sí, no, Edgar, que Arlene no se entere. Sí, no. That's what they turn into. They have relatives así de puto y puerco y asqueroso y puerca. Y also in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, I'm like, ok, ya tienen que estar todos enredados de mierda juntos, violándose uno al otro y robándome mi dinero. Ew. I called the police in 2017. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I want to shop. What else? What else? Let's get any money today. Oh, I want to shop this off. It's so basic and so pretty, so relatable. Oh, I miss it. With a t-shirt sometimes and booties is my favorite sometimes. This is cute for fall. You can decapitate this leech. That in his head I'm fucking Queen Elizabeth. So esa minifalda, ¿no? Y que se pondrá, wow, una blusa, wow. Son brutos. They don't understand what royalty is. Ew. So they try to ban que short skirts, que de esto, que esos heels no, que esta, porque mejor no esto, porque mejor no lo otro. Dan un asco, son una mierda, son una basura. What else? That woman must have had so many of those, no? What else? One day I hope Harry shows. What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. So, skirts. Need to brush my teeth. I haven't brushed my teeth today and I'm at home. Kill them today. Kill them for causing Esther Rivera to sexually harass me in 2020. They're on ella en the computer. They're like, Esther no le ha dicho nada, que la va a violar otra vez. Para yo decirle a mi esposa, we're better than that. Dan un asco. Él no entiende español, ni inglés, ni chino. What else? Skirts. What do I want? Possibly that one. But look, it's relatable. What else? And they don't have that one like mid. It's not a. What is this one? A mini. It's not a mini either, is it? It could be the mini. Oh, but this is a skirt. This is cute. What else? Who's gifting me money today? I'm bored. I am bored. I like this look. I can get with this. I like too. Oh, this is pretty. I'm gonna head out to dance on Saturday. Till then. What else? I'm bored. Where did it go? It's just express talk. I'm bored. No preview. What is 1902's nightclub? Oh, entonces that's where they're gonna surprise me. Everyone that said has been in 1902 desde que lo abrieron y yo no. Highly loser. They hate rich people. Me quieren aplastar nada más porque yo soy wealthy. They don't have a right to do that. They're pathetic. They're so gross. Son una mierda. They're stupid. Si se creen que yo me voy a pasar la vida peleando con él directamente. I will do this. the police, but I guarantee you that if I do this online for 5 fucking years, someone, a civilian, is gonna take matters into his own hands. By year 1 or 2 of me every day saying kill them because I'm hungry and I'm home and I miss my children with these pictures, by year 2 I'll guarantee you someone's just gonna kill them and not wait for the FBI. And that's, I'm putting a hit on them on purpose. They're starving me on purpose just to laugh. Ese tipo es un puerco, una mierda, una basura. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. What else? 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 I'm bored. I am bored. So this is where we're gonna dance. Who's gifting me money today? Who's gifting me money today? I need to update this with homes that possibly are available versus these. That one's no longer available, but still comparable. Where's the one in San Juan? Did I not add 300 main? What is it? Yeah, I don't have to. What else? 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 Is this one available still? It is. I'm gonna live here rotating. Who's gifting money today? Yo no sé en qué parte del culo a ellos. Ellos creen que poner una persona en un homeless shelter is gonna literally shatter the person's dream and the person's gonna settle with living en un cot literalmente para toda la vida sin algo, which means death. Dan un asco, son una mierda, son una basura. They're pathetic. They're so gross. They're embarrassing as a relative. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I missed it. I was on a piano today. Who's gifting me money today? What else? 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 That one down. Someone, can we share this dress already? What else? 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 I want to do laundry today and I don't have money. Kill them. I'm gonna have to work them off until I fall into a laundry schedule here for home because I don't have money. And then my home still FBI se la quitó. La prostituta, el prostituto ilegal, no, si el FBI le quitó mi casa. Y yo no sé. Porque posiblemente la prostituta ilegal, el prostituto ilegal was in my home when the FBI took it away from them. They're pathetic. They're so gross. They're embarrassing. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, this would be cute to wear there. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? This I want for tomorrow to wear at the courtyard. What else? 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 I'm bored. These things disappear, no? There's no preview. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? How many of you are waking up from your coma of them gaslighting you and you're like, Harley needs food? Like, you know me, like, girls now, like, you could put it on. Usually this time around, second run at a homeless shelter is when people are like, what? When I was growing up, outsiders that witness, they're like, ¿qué? Food? They're withholding food from people. I'm bored. I am bored. Who's gifting me money today? Oh, and then some people are like, I don't know why I always fall for this. These people always gaslight me. Like, no, she's getting a deal with Dior and they're giving her a ton of money. Don't give her money yet. And then those people go away. Maybe she finds a hot guy at the homeless shelter first time around that will marry her, and then they go away. They're disgusting. Oh no, it took me forever, but I did it. I found their names in my head, I think. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I want to snap right now. And she is open until 11. The airport's open 24 hours. I had a ticket just to get a snack. I should be able to. Being the daughter who I am, I should be able to just buy a plane ticket just to eat inside of the airport. What else? 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 I'm bored. Who's gifting me money today? What else? 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 ¿Cuántos novios me van a inventar, no? En group chats y mienten. And then they find cualquier pendejo por ahí and they're like, este. Dan asco. Ew, ew, ew. They're disgusting. For they're worse than little kids. I don't want them in my life ever. I want to shop. Oh, I figured it out. From Bibliothèque West to, what is it, Guadalupe and Zarzamora. All the way straight to here so I can eat at McDonald's, possibly on the way there, no? From the opposite side, does it turn into 68? 20 to 68? Oh, it does it. Good one. What else? Either way, that is headed near a Walgreens still. Not a Walgreens, a CVS. The Pro-ish, no? Oh, for real, from Haven for Hope, one can lead straight onto the Pearl. And these leeches, I'm gonna find so many of their friends that are gonna want to kill them in self-defense with the death penalty, ¿no? Porque ellos se la pasan mistreating me, hablando mierda de que la gente en los homeless shelters son caca. And then they're like, oh, but my friend Alexis leaves the homeless shelter and then heads over to the Pearl in a bus. They're just extorting semen and vagina secretions out of people and money if they can, or energy. They're disgusting. I'm looking for them. There's 8 billion people on the planet. Most of them are on Facebook, the adults. So, even if it's at a homeless shelter without any money, wearing the same outfit every day, getting, what is that? What is it that they give out? Those, what's that? What is it? Scrubs to be able to wash my clothes. And stay at a homeless shelter for 5 years. Do you know the amount of people that walk through there in 5 years? That I can convince with just staying quiet there the whole time and not talking one word to anyone to give them the death penalty for having put me there without any money. Porque cuánta de esa gente, I want to guess, que right now yo me siento en el courier and they're like, almost cute as here, but she's rejecting me, no? They do that. They read one. They're like, there's almost cute when referring to one. There's almost cute. And who hears it? El que dice tener tantos amigos. Él no se hace a la vida que la gente le reporte de que había alguien en la biblioteca, había alguien aquí, había alguien allá, había alguien aquí, había aquí. Por eso se vuelve loco porque él tiene y así mismo tiene how many people stalking. Que la gente le da reporte. Anyways, good to be back. Said no one ever been better than nothing. I'm gonna shop at Walmart today. And I'm gonna eat at the Cheesecake Factory. And where do I want to be right now? Kill them. I want to stay at the Thompson tonight. And I don't know. Just it. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Esa tipa puerca. Ya no sé lo que es matrimonio. Es un asco. Ew. I love that this turned to blue. It's happened before. It's not like always. I want to shop at Manga. What else? What else? What else? What else? And I'd already shared this earlier from Bibliotech. Possibly. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. True story. I'm done with my personal investigation, turning in evidence of how these leeches and beyond steal from me, get in the way of me receiving money they possibly have procreado cuanto hijo hija. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That doesn't agree with them. That may agree with them, and I don't know who they are. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So 5 years of this. But what if 5 years? I agree. All these don't work. What else? I'm Madeline. I'm heading to HEV on Thursday, most likely. I've had how many meals at HEV? So lovely, like actual meals in Central Market. Yummy. I even had bacalaitos. It wasn't last year. It wasn't the year before. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Speaking of bacalaitos, kill them. I want to attend las fiestas patronales in Puerto Rico. En Aguada. This year la cancelaron, a veces la cancelan, porque ellos son supuestamente love babies that rape. It's so embarrassing. People are like, they're super, pero la manera que se comportan es un asco. Ew, also when Catholicism, they matter from the perspective that people say that they're love babies, but they rape, they murder, they steal soldiers. Ew, ew, ew. I'm bored. Anyways, I want this. Maybe I can wear it to la fiesta patronales. What else? Municipio de Aguada. Comienza. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Is this post clickable? See what it is. En octubre. What is la plena libre? El gran combo. What's Mima? That sounds fine. So I don't. What is this? Oh, is that Sunday? Maybe. What else? 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 I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? I'm landlord. Pues you can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets no emergency money. They think that by causing me to be in a homeless shelter, I won't ever want to be social. They're pendejos, asquerosos, putipuercos. They're fuck me instead. They steal my money, my homes, my personal vehicles, my personal belongings for more than 2 decades by now. Y ellos han estado todo el tiempo en Aguada dándole el culo a la gente diciendo fuck me instead. Y está la gente putipuerca asquerosa, they're like, sí, 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 en fila, así, así. By the thousands. Dan asco. Una cosa tan puerca, un asco. What else? 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 Anyways, do I need to use the restroom? Possibly soon. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Who's gifting me money? Oh, maybe I'll have time to stitch something for me to wear. There. Ain't I been said to them this wish will be granted to me? Because I'm a wanted baby. A love baby that has love babies. So that tops love baby, or even if he wasn't wanted baby that kills, steals, and murders and rapes. What else do I still see here? Just because I've won this doesn't mean that it's over. 5 more years I'm preparing myself emotionally to be in a homeless shelter if I don't have any money. So far, not that bad. But I want more shoes. What else? 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 I'm bored. What else? I want this outfit. Oh, Kelani and I would look cute matching it. What else? What is it that I want? Like, what is it? What is it? A graphic tee, but I can't remember. What else? What else? What else? What else? I want this one. What else? Entonces ellos están, Evelyn tiene que approve, I tiene que approve. Ellos están copiando the Buckingham Palace. Whatever protocol they have, pero they get it done. So ellos se están burlando de Buckingham Palace al matarme. With let us get you that outfit ready. And then they steal from me, starving me on purpose, mocking rich people that can get couture and ready wear in 1 day or in 6 months or 3 years or 25. Okay, what is it? When I was 3 years old, my tetas weren't going to be the same at 20 something. Some people plan dresses ahead, like 20 something years ahead. They're disgusting. They're so gross. They're basura. I don't want them ever in my life. I haven't talked to them in ever. Pero sadly, due to family relationships, I was around this briefly until my late teens, early 20s. I've avoided to talk to them all these years, and I don't ever want them near me. I don't want to run into them ever. So that's another issue. Like, I want them dead because I've not taken myself to the library sometimes just to not run into them. Because they've drugged me and they've raped me. They're disgusting. And then they've allowed dumb people, asquerosidad, to rape me. They're disgusting. Son una mierda. I don't want them in my life. I miss it. I miss money. It was my latest play. What else? What else? What else? What else? Who's gifting me money today? instead of this Google feature to make reservations. This gift me money today. It's like pulling teeth, literally, but they're pulling mine out. Oh, they steal my money. Entonces le dan mi dinero a las illegal prostitutes que some of them don't need it and they make them feel inferior by doing that. They're like, aquí tienes el dinero de Arlene para que puedas conservar tus dientes, jajaja, qué tipa tan fea, yo soy más lindo que tú, pero dame el toto, dale. They're disgusting. Yeah. Son una mierda, son una basura de gente. I don't ever want them near me. I'm bored. Anyways, I'm using the restroom. Did I already share this one? I don't need like an extra rush right now. What else? I'm bored. Anyways, I was saying morning. Who's funding this for me today? Baila esta última canción conmigo. Abrázame. Agárrame tus labios, corazón. Tengo una historia contigo. Entonces, is this another piece of resistance? I don't know. And I don't have a permanent home, so I don't even have to put that I'm at a homeless shelter. Where's the video of me crying that I'm hungry? What else? Downloads. That's the screenshot. Why did I not take the screenshot? Sometimes that happens. What else? Oh, because I'm doing it. I was on a Mac earlier. I was doing a command for a Mac instead of. Porque they put one in a homeless shelter para que hacerse François bien fancy, que él tiene televisor. Él es un asco, él es una mierda, es una basura, lo peor que hay en este planeta. Pero yo le voy a aliviar ese dolor. FBI, kill them, I want to stay. Oh, right. Kill them right now. I want to stay at a hotel today and right now. And I don't have money. Dios mío, cuántas veces ellos se han pagado con el dinero que me roba. This one's 8 years older than me. So él, a las putipuercas que fueron a la escuela con él, he's like, Arlene's still younger, he can't make her own reservation. Instead of taking me to the beach, he's like, go get yourself a hotel reservation. Nos acabamos tú y yo en vez de Arlene. Oh, wow. Dan asco. Ew. What else? And that is not that full side. Él stalk me, ¿no? Él se cree que eso was gonna deter me from keep posting. It would have, or is this a real person finally? What else? Hopefully it's someone real that's gonna give me money. What else? Just for fun. Oh, and there's clothes there. And it says world. So hello. YouTube connection. Facebook. I only follow the good stuff on this profile. What else? I'm bored. I am bored. Baila esta última canción. And there's so much more that I want to follow. What else? What else? I am bored. I took some time in 2020, something like, to curate this. And guess what? They possibly go and find each other. Did she like you? Did she like you? Did she like you? Until they're like, yeah, death penalty worthy. What else I've heard? I don't know words, but I'm after that. I'm after money, stability for myself and for Jada and for Kaylani. What else do I need to do? What else? That's better than that post from Dina that I sincerely kill her. And Sonia Alvarado Chapman trying to deter me from keeping posting on the internet para que el jevo no se le vaya muerto. Que se vayan todos. I want Dina Dyson seriously to kill herself today. I want Sonia Alvarado Chapman to kill herself today. It's so easy. What else? What else? What else? They don't want to live. They don't like anything. And then they want to drag people like me that love the planet. So I'm facilitating because I'm strong. Saying. What else? What else? What else? That those people that don't like the planet leave the planet immediately because they don't have intention to rehabilitate themselves. Close. I can find that. What else? So I want to. What is it? I want to do laundry. What else? You can come to your stays in my homes without my permission. What? It's upstairs. Oh, upstairs. I don't know. So I think it's closing. So I'll be back later or tomorrow.